Mmm. Wow. Mmm. Mm-mm-mm. I think we can all agree beef prices are not getting cheaper. For that reason, I'm trying to find cheaper cuts of beef that I can then turn into something really tasty. So today, I'm going to take this tri-tip, I'm going to cut it into steaks, and we're going to grill them up. So what we have here is a 2.5 pound tri-tip roast. Normally, you would throw this on the smoker and then finish it off on the direct heat charcoal grill. But today, I want to see what a steak out of this tastes like. So to start, you'll notice you have your grain running this way. So when cutting steaks, you want to cut with the grain so that when you serve the steak, the person eating it is cutting against the grain, which will make for a nice, more tender bite. Going to square up this edge. And we're going to go, about an inch. There we go. Some nice marbling in there. Going to square up this end. And last but not least, you want to make sure you don't leave any thin ends. That's just going to get real crispy. So again, square them up. The rest of these look to be kind of a uniform thickness all the way through. I'm already liking the marbling through these. Step number one, we're going to dry brine these. Just means we're going to cover them in salt, let them sit in the refrigerator for several hours. So they're going to get about 3 to 4 hours to sit in the refrigerator and let that salt do its work on it. Kind of pick up any salt left on the board, get the sides. Steaks all seasoned up, going to hang out in the refrigerator, and we'll bring you right back. Several hours later, here we are. You can see this meat has gotten a lot more red. That's because the salt has been doing its job. Just to finish things off, we're going to hit this with some 16 mesh black pepper. And just because I had it in the cabinet, we're going to hit it with some of this cowboy butter blend. I'm going to flip them over, do the other side, and we're going to let them hang out here on the counter for probably about 20 minutes before we take them out to the grill. Got the grill ripping about 500 degrees. Let's go ahead and get these on and get some nice grill marks on them. Going to move them over here. We've got direct heat side and indirect heat side. I always use a giant piece of wood. That's not only going to keep it from heating up over here, but it's also going to ignite a little bit and add a little extra smoke flavor to it. We're going to bring these up to about 130 degrees. All right, we've hit 130 degrees. I'm going to pull these off. They're going to continue to cook just a little bit. Full disclosure, this is not the same tray I brought the raw meat out on. I don't want you to think I'm putting cooked meat on top of a pan that had raw meat on it. All right, here we are. Let's go ahead, slice into some of this. Yeah, looking pretty good. Here we are. Wow. Oh man, I have to tell you, that is just as tender as any ribeye that I've had. Salted just right. That dry brine never fails. And that little pepper kick, just the right accompaniment. This whole tri-tip cost me 20 bucks, so I got 5 steaks for $20. You really can't go wrong with that. If you're craving a good steak and you're on a budget, $20 for a tri-tip, give you plenty of steak. Normally, I'm only taking a ribeye or a New York strip up to about 125 degrees. Tri-tip really performs well in the 130 to 135 range. More of a medium than a medium rare. So it's so tasty. I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, consider giving me a like, a subscribe, or drop me a comment. I would greatly appreciate it. Every time you do that, it helps to push me out to just a few more people, so help me to continue and spread the word. And as always, get up, go out, cook some good food, be a little bit better tomorrow than you were today, and I will catch you next time.